Hello, it's Omnidog here on Omnibroslive with the faceless yet still present comics guide who is getting soup for his mother-in-law? Is that what it is?
Yeah. That's
She
what it is.
must love
Unfortunately,
your
I
mother.
was. Oh, I love my mother-in-law. Unfortunately, I was running a fever this past weekend, and before that, it was my youngest. And now it seems like it's passed down to my mother-in-law. So I'm gonna run into the store real quick just to get her some soup.
Well, keep us on the phone because we were talking about sandwiches, which is part of what we're talking about tonight. Food, comic
Mm.
book, and then we're going to get a visit from Jake from Brave and the Boys to talk about comic burnout, which is what he's going through right now
Ooh,
and how he's
that's a good
dealing
topic.
with
That's
it.
a good topic.
Yeah. Freddie, heyo, it's the adorable and faceless Omnibros. Here's AC Luda. We haven't seen you in
Hello.
a while. James with okay, wait, that's candy, donuts, more candy, and ice cream. Okay, yeah, you're talking to me now. Doc Elevator, NFL dude with his take. Another day, another group of crybabies complaining about omnis. The colors for the amalgam omni are a messy rush job. Uh,
Ooh,
I didn't see that, but I I'm not getting that book. So how do they know that already? Is that book's not
yeah,
out?
sounds.
Has has Very
Yeah.
Fine Condition showed it off?
Interesting. Hey,
Messy
I wanted
rush.
to talk because
What's
we were
that?
talking about sandwiches in the back. We were talking about sandwiches in the back room.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask because I find it fascinating. The evolution of the gas station is something that is super interesting to me right now. How we've kind of gone from gas station food is really bad to no, I fucks with Wawa. I'll go grab a Wawa sandwich.
Yeah. Hey Gabe, how's it going?
What's up?
Hey, Gabe.
Talking about nasty gas station food, huh?
No, no, no.
Yeah,
We're talking about how great it is now. You go to Wawa or Sheets and they make their own bread. You customize your sandwich. They have great milkshakes. Uh, their candy aisle is like a dream come true.
Mhm.
yeah,
We don't even get gas there. We just would stop there for sandwiches,
yeah,
and they're
yeah,
very reasonably priced,
yeah.
considering the $18 hamburger at Five Guys.
And I've never seen a good looking 7-Eleven. Every time I walk into a 7-Eleven, I'm like, oh, this is a meth clinic. Yeah, this seems about right.
A meth clinic?
That's what every 7-Eleven. I've never seen a good. I've been to grand openings at Wawa's, and they make it a big thing. I've been to brand new 7-Elevens, and they look like meth clinics.
Well, when it's a 7-Eleven that has a gas station, then
Mm.
they're always super sketchy, and for some reason that parking lot is always just beat up and torn apart, right? I don't
There's
know what
usually
it
three
is.
or four people in front of it that are
Or gnarly.
smoking or
There's always
drinking.
somebody passed out behind the dumpster, that kind of thing,
Yep,
right? But if you
yep.
go to
Yeah.
one where it's just a convenience store, they're beautiful.
Really? I
It's
haven't
that
been to
gas.
this.
There's something about, and I think that's part of the topic. Is I think there's just that gas station mentality that we can let ourselves
Oh.
run ourselves down into garbage, and it's okay because we're a
Huh.
gas station. Which I
Huh.
think is why some of these other gas stations are picking it up. I think gas stations is one of those businesses that's undervalued and has a lot of potential, especially if boutique it a little bit and
Yeah,
class it up and not have just bloody, excuse me, not have like the worst bathrooms in America.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, you know what place is really classed up?
Yeah. Mm.
That would be instocktrades.com, where you can get your collected editions from 20, 35, 60, 80% in the red tag sale. Damn it, Death Metal Omnibus is already in the red tag sale, and I paid full price or whatever I paid. Now it's like 60% off. Uh, Add your customer loyalty discount, 2% to that. Sometime during the month, we give away a free $50 gift card courtesy of InStock Trades, worth $50 worth of credit at InStockTrades.com. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Yeah, there's the logo. Right on, brother. Gas station food.
I think gas stations have the potential to be better.
Mm.
And that's why I think you're seeing things like Buc-ee's, while you're seeing things like, I guess, Sheetz and Wawa. I have a screen sharing a second ago. I took it down. There's a place that when you leave from Vegas and go into California, it's called Eddie's World.
Okay.
And it's just this giant gas station convenience store.
Okay, so wait, hold on. So what do you would you
trying to do
consider
the hood, Lou? Come on.
I'm getting tea from my mother-in-law. I'm getting tea from my mother-in-law. I just passed the 7-Eleven. That's why you're hearing in the background. You might hear gunshots in a minute.
I think Lou's in a drug deal gone bad.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
Yeah, below zero is the saying, is Lou okay?
So, do you consider the Wawa the Ruth Chris of the gas station world, and do you think 7-Eleven is kind of the
McDonald's?
Oh no, something lower than that.
I have no idea what any of those things are, Lou. I don't know what a Wawa is. I don't know who Ruth Chris is.
Wawa and Sheetz are. One of them's originated in Philadelphia.
You know what? Okay, let's go with Arby's. Do you think 7-Eleven is the Arby's?
Wait, Arby's is good. You take that back. 7-Eleven is the Long John Silver.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you have to have like a major craving if you're going to eat fast food fish.
I have never been to a Long John Silver, and I want to keep it that way for the rest of my life.
The ones around here, they share space. They always seem to be kind of double connected with the A&W root beer place.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I would definitely go to A&W to get fresh root beer out of their tap. NFL dude says gas station bathrooms are Burger King.
I don't understand. Burger King's really good, or at least it used to be. It used to be like real meat. Make it your way.
The bathrooms at Buc-ee's and Sheetz and Wawa's are immaculate. I'm not saying I'd eat my food in there, but I mean, for a gas station bathroom, they're completely clean. Death Metal is gone already. Oh, they sold it out. Okay.
So I'll maybe talk about it a little bit later, but I don't feel any sense of urgency with ordering books much anymore.
I kind of get what you're saying, because
they come out on IST, awesome sales. Most 99% of the time it goes on sale really great. Give it a week or two, it goes a little bit less on sale, and then it can always go on a red tag. It's always going to be discounted, right? At least, and they don't seem to sell out anywhere for the most part. And there's so many options out there. I just don't see a sense of urgency because they're not disappearing like they used to. It used to be like on the buzzer, like you had to be ready.
I think the only urgent thing would be if they were 50% off. But then you're right. But you're kind of gambling. Like Death Metal was 50% off, and then I guess it went to 60% off. Still, 50% off is a pretty darn good deal. But yeah, I think the last thing I can remember selling out quickly was the first volume of Spider-Man 2099.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody in the chat remember anything else? Anything else that has sold out? Deals of the week. Oh,
here's the 50% off books this week. That Booster Gold 50% off.
I'd like to get that, and then that Avengers book is by Al Ewing, so I want to get that. I'm not familiar with the Cull. Is that by Cullen Bunn by any chance?
Kelly
Where's
Thompson.
the sil-
Kelly
Hey,
Thompson.
where's the Silver Age Superman book?
Oh, well, let's see. Let's just take a look on that, right?
Okay. Oh, and Freddie said in 2099 came back in stock. Reprints and restocks happening.
Yeah. And that's another thing too, is there used to be that like, oh man, like I missed it. Right? There was always that one that you missed,
Yeah.
and you kind of had that was like you had like a personal white whale or whatever the case was. And you would pay the high price if you had to, or if you found it at a store, like you post it online in the group, and everybody would be like totally awesome with it. Now it's like, I missed out. There'll be a reprint in a year, maybe. I'm not hurting for it.
Doc Elevator says Immortal Hulk was out fast, but came back 2 months later. James, oh yeah, this is right. So Zdarsky Spider-Man, the ketchup cover sold out very fast. But the book itself, if you wanted the two other covers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that ketchup cover, that's funny that it's called that.
Like we all swore that ROM was going to be like,
oh, I know,
a magic act, like right? It was going to disappear on us, right? But it went red tag, right? So interestingly enough.
What's wrong with you, Lou? You seem to be clearing your throat a lot.
Nothing. Somebody was right.
So Silver Age Superman's 42% off.
That's right, there. William Lee. You're going to be owing me a burger. That's all right. I'm trash talking you. I never trash talk. But a burger's on the line.
Yeah.
That's right.
But I don't know about the rest of the chat, but like, or you guys, anybody watching this afterwards, is there a sense of urgency anymore with books?
Good question.
I mean, there's ones I want to buy right away, but it's not like, I guess I'll wait, or I need it like immediately. Like it has to be like a now thing where it's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, work, quote unquote, and then order it in the bathroom or something.
I kind of feel like those days are gone though. The whole I gotta stop what I'm doing and go to the bath. I gotta drop everything and just order the book and then come back to it. I don't think it's there anymore.
They don't. I can't remember anything. I understand things selling out, but going like out of print or hard to find, not in a long time.
Yeah, true. I think those days are gone, man.
Plus, you're getting 4 covers of some omnibuses sometimes, right? At least 2, it seems like these days. You're getting 2 covers, maybe 3.
And if you're ROM, you get 4.
Yeah, Micronauts too got like 4.
But okay, I was just gonna ask how many Micronauts got. Chris Original Recipe says the real chase is getting them on damages.
There you go. That's if you really want to play the long game.
Yeah. The only urgency for Doc is when it's 50% off that first week. Yeah.
I think rolling the dice is
pre-orders. It's just so I don't forget. Can't keep up with dates or weekly.
I think rolling the dice is really the damages or Ollie's sale. If Ollie's even still does it.
Ollie. Wow. I wonder. Whoa. Could we see Rom at Ollie's?
Ooh.
I can see Rom showing up at Wawa. Kind of tie these 2 topics together.
Nicely done. Both Parker Martinis are back in stock on IC. Oh,
nice.
Those are sold out. I didn't even know that.
Those are great.
Yeah, I need to get that extended one. I missed out on the original Martini edition, but luckily they redid it and added like more to it. So.
Oh yeah, I saw that they extended it. Yeah.
Hey, so I have 2 questions because it just happened to me at the store. I'm leaving right now. Number 1, do you guys count the people in front of the items that they have if you're in the 10-item line, the stuff from the people in front of you? 2, do you judge them silently? And 3, do you push the limit on that? Like if it says 10 items, will you go to it even though you have 11 or 12? And how much is too much?
You
What
know,
do you
there's
think? What's the ethical boundary on there? Like, you do 11, okay, yeah, we're good there.
Well,
13,
let me ask here. Let me get into the nitty gritty details.
okay.
What if it's one item, but they got like 20 of them, like cat food or something
yeah,
like that?
that's a good one because they still have
No,
to
fuck
ring them up
that.
individually.
Does that count as one item?
No, it's 20. That's 20.
That's 20?
Yeah, because she or he has to ring them up individually. They still have to run them through the scanner.
I think there's a thing that some people, there's a debate, I guess, or there's a divide that, it's you count every single item or every one of that item.
I have definitely been guilty of that mentality of putting like 5 of something that is the exact same thing and saying this only counts as one. I've definitely done that.
Yeah.
I've definitely done that.
It's one of those things where that only comes into play when it helps you. When you
Exactly.
If somebody else does it, they're a jerk.
That is exactly right. Yeah. With Safeway now, there's so many self-checkout things that I haven't run into that as much as I used to, and it's 15 or less at Safeway. I haven't run into that much because I feel like people that have, well, I don't. If somebody has 15 things, I doubt they're going to self-checkout. That's really for like 2 or 3 things, I would think. So my answer is, if it's not me, then yes, I count them and silently judge them. And I have been, oh my God,
Okay, and
now where are you?
what's the line? What is the line? I'm walking through. What is the line? Egregious.
Anything past
15?
15? Well,
Yeah, I think 15 is a solid one.
like one past the limit. Unless it's Pop-Tarts. If you're getting 20 Pop-Tarts, I'll give you a pass.
I don't count, but I kind of I don't judge them. I kind of count with just my eyes. Like I kind of just I go by mass. I go, that's a lot, or whatever, right? You kind of see is that I'm not going to count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and like that. But I'll be like, that looks like 15, maybe. That looks like 20 items, and I don't care. Most of the time, like with Jess, I haven't ran into any of this in a long, long time because I do self checkout at Sam's Club. I do self checkout almost everywhere.
Freddie said Lou being attacked by tiny police dogs now.
Dude, we're going through a journey with Lou. Yeah, I'm not bothered by it because who cares?
Yeah, I actually hadn't thought about it.
The store's not on fire. I don't really I'm not in a hurry to buy my energy drink. I don't care.
Oh, I do.
And most of the time, people, maybe it's here, but most of the time, if somebody sees, if I'm up there with like 2 items, or I have my kids with me, and I only have a couple items, they just let me go ahead of them half the time.
Okay.
People are real cool.
See, I care. For me, it's on the scale of annoyance with somebody who doesn't use a coaster when they're drinking something in my house.
I know that bothers you. Yeah.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot.
Okay, so how many over 10 or 15? How many over until you silently judge somebody?
I give them about 13.
And how many over until you verbally judge them? Like, lady, you've got
verbally.
20 items here.
I've only ever had to do it once, and it was because that person just did not give a fuck, and it was just a full cart. I'm like, hey, man, you're in the wrong lane. And he just looked at me like I spit in his face. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, and the cashier's not going to say anything.
No, because look, the cashier is not paid enough to deal with people's bullshit at the end of the day.
She's already having days with people in her extreme couponing.
Yeah.
Yeah, coupons.
Hey, my wife is a couponer, and it saves us a lot of money.
Oh, I bet it does. My mom used to be a big coupon person.
Oh,
there used to be a TV series about extreme couponers, and they were all
she got really good. I can attest to that. Thank you.
You're talking about Jess's mom?
Wait, what?
My wife is a hot mom, so I'll take that. And she's a couponer. She does extreme couponing.
Now, the only beef I have with your wife is that whenever I send out the monthly dosh, I have not been getting reports from you on what I type in on the Venmo.
I don't think she pays attention to that. I'm gonna have to ask her.
How about we read some of those now on the air?
Please,
there is no.
That's a Patreon episode.
That is. Ooh.
Doc says, for some reason, the Costco person checking my receipt on the way out drives me nuts. It's so busy all the time, and I just want to get out of there. And Kane says, Wegmans. William Lee says it's the best growth. Yeah, Wegmans is really good. Really good and reasonably priced. Here's Jaggernaut. Welcome. And we're going to have Jake on in a little bit to talk about comic burnout and how he's dealing with it.
Oh, I forgot he was coming on.
Yeah, that's right. I thought
that's awesome.
I thought I'd reintroduce that.
Yeah.
I forget. Costco does have a reason they do that, but I can't remember what it is.
What is it? Old people
reading the receipt as you're leaving the store. They check your items to make sure. There's a reason, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh yeah, they do that. Like they did it. Walmart pretends to do it. I just walk right past a Walmart person, but like Sam's Club does it too. You know, they scan your receipt and they scan like 2 or 3 items in your cart and they let you go.
Huh. Okay. NFL dude, I sent my dad a Zelle transfer titled Dog Chin Licks and Happy Tail Rubs a few days ago. Yeah, this I'll bring it up again when Lou gets back on, but I'm Venmoing her now, and that is my creativity has been ruined.
Well, you got to make them, about her.
Now, okay, yeah. Now I will.
Yeah.
Then we'll see what's happening.
Like you made a bad decision marrying Lou or something.
Okay, that's totally going to be the next one. Then we'll see what reaction I get. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Let's see. Talking about Wegmans sandwiches. Yeah. Their sandwiches are delicious. I've purchased many of their dinner and lunch items. Yeah, Wegmans is really good. Okay, Lou's back.
Oh, man, Lou made it through his GTA real life play. There was music. There was cop cars. There was dogs barking.
Tiny
random people talking.
You know,
it was GTA.
You're joking. I actually live in a very, very upper class Jewish neighborhood. So,
why'd you have to say Jewish?
Because it displays a sense of wealth.
Well, there's so much to unpack there. Here's Fifth. Instead, I'll let you talk to Fifth of Jack Gaming. How's everyone doing? What brought up checking out? Lou is just risking his life to go get his mother-in-law's soup. And we heard cop cars, helicopters, tiny police dogs. It was a real life GTA. William Lee says Lou made it to his safe house.
No, I live in a very safe area in Miami. I'm very.
But what brought up the checking out stuff was Lou's question about etiquette for the fast checkout line.
Yeah,
right.
How many items you can have.
Yeah,
and somebody in the chat mentioned they get annoyed by having to get their receipts checked at the door, and then that was led into that whole checkout thing.
Yeah, we talk about it all here.
If there was a bingo card, one of the bingo cards would have to be like Costco or Sam's Club mentioned.
Yeah,
that's basically every other episode.
Yeah. Now for the thumbnail, I didn't even know what to put, so I just put up Hall of Fame, Omnibus Hall of Fame candidates, and candy junk food Hall of Fame candidates. If do we want to? I think that's a good idea to have an Omnibus Hall of Fame, but we should probably. I mean, I couldn't just sit here and think of 10. We should think of
Right.
what the parameters are. Here's Marvel. Bab, always good to see you. Yeah, Lou lives in a bad boy's neighborhood, even though it's wealthy and Jewish.
Yeah.
If only you still had your harp, Jess.
My mouth harp. I do still have it. Good call.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those shows tonight, and we don't even have the sidekick in yet. Oh
no.
He's gonna walk in and just step in it. Watch.
So, if we do Omnibus Hall of Fame, is it like what are you thinking should be sort of the ground rules, the parameters type of thing?
No, that's a good question, because that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. And what brought it up was me reading Superior Foes of Spider-Man Omnibus, where I was reading through that. I loved it from beginning to end. Story-wise, art-wise, content-wise, all of that stuff. But then I started really getting into it. What I also really liked about it, and that I felt would be like a Hall of Fame book, is that it's a complete story. Like, it's a completed omnibus. There's no crossover, random issues of a crossover that don't make sense. There's no interruptions in the flow. Like, it's beginning to end an enjoyable experience as like an omnibus itself.
Okay.
Because I hate those omnis where it's like, well, here's that random issue of Wolverine that just kind of mentions what's going on in AVX or whatever. And it's all very worthless, right? There's a lot of filler.
Yeah.
I get it. It's all complete and it's all that stuff. But those mini series, those one shots, all that stuff, a lot of times is all just dead space and duds. It might be like one like good part through that section, or one good storyline or miniseries, but I hate it when it just gets broken up and it strays off the story it was going to, and it gets caught up here. And the omnibus is just full of just random issues.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's just like, like King of Black, there's a lot of random stuff in there. I don't need all this Miles Morales stuff. I don't need, 2 or 3 Venom series running through it at the same time or whatever, right? It's all these mini series and one shots. It kills the enjoyment. But Superior Foes of Spider-Man, it was just one and done, complete all the way through.
Yeah, I will say I was thinking of King in Black when you said that, and I just read 2 books, one an omnibus and the other was Reign of X.
I'm reading Mike Allred's Silver Surfer, and I haven't finished it yet, but it's the same idea
as Superior Foes.
It might be like a Hall of Famer because it's fantastic and it's complete, like it's a whole flow.
I will say in Black Cat, he made it into a complete Black Cat story.
Okay. See, that works. That's another benefit, is that they were able to handle miniseries or one shots. Like,
yeah, it was actually a really good Black Cat story that didn't interrupt the flow, but it was about King in Black.
Yeah. And
then, wait, what was that Conan Avengers? Savage Avengers.
That's fun. That's a fun book.
Yeah, that's a great book. I feel like the King in Black tie-in was like 2 pages in the issue, and that it didn't. I don't even remember. I'll have to look at that book and see.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. It did sort of. It's like he had to write in King in Black, and then he just bounced away and moved on.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of those creator-centered.
Oh yeah, those are horrible too.
Because you get it, it's all chopped up.
Mm-hmm. There's no story arc. There's no flow. It's just one random issue after another random issue from different titles, different artists, different creators, different eras of comics. Where especially with those those character ones that I love so much, where it's like, hey, here's a book, and it's all Wonder Man's appearances. Nobody cares about Wonder Man, but they do that with like Deadpool or whatever, and they give you like the very, very first book that might be like a Silver Age book, and then something that happened in the Bronze Age, and then something that's current. So it's like 3 complete different eras, styles, society, everything that's mixed in, and it's just there's no flow to it. There's nothing about it.
Yeah,
Now, there can be too much of a good thing. Instead of breaking up an omnibus into logically 2 parts, you get one fucking giant ass book that you'll break your back trying to read it.
See, that's a good one too. Like, is it
Colossal Conan?
Well, is it like, did it need to be in one giant ass omnibus? Like, what was the one you got?
Justice League Dark Rebirth.
Justice League Dark. That's. I'd been happy with that being 2 omnibuses.
It's 1,500 pages.
Yeah.
I just did an overview of it, and it is a chonker. It does it does contain the whole thing, and throws in Endless Winter as a bonus, right where it should be.
But is it even readable? Like, I mean, I know you read it; it's readable, but it's like you got to sit at a dinner table. You got to buy like furniture for it.
I have a special laptop pillow.
Yeah.
That I use for not only my laptop, but for everything now. Hardcovers. That I tried it out on my on that Rebirth book, the Justice League Dark book, and it was no problem. But I have to have a lap pillow for that. There's
so we get some good questions
I don't even think it'd be enjoyable on a table because you're hunched over reading it.
Yeah. That's the thing with some of them, and they're that big, and you got to kind of hold it with 2 hands. Like, that takes away from the fun of it, the function of it.
Yeah, if it's too big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the show where we only complain about something if it's too big. James, don't clip that.
So I put the Jack. You're talking about a 1 book and a 1 and done omnibus. See, does it have to be a 1 and done? Can it be like 2?
Well, how about Bendis?
I think it can, but that's gonna be a lot harder. Like, that's gonna be like, it really would have to be like complete, like
what about
wise and stuff like that.
Bendis Daredevil flowing right into Brubaker Daredevil. Those go together really well.
Well, Bendis is 2 omnibuses.
Sorry?
Bendis is 2 omnis too.
Yeah, and so is Brubaker. 2 skinny omnis.
I feel like that's almost one. That's such a unique case because I feel like that's almost one whole story. It leads into the next one so much that you're gonna want to get the next one. You're gonna want to get. It's almost like they could have just, if they wanted to be a big book, just put it all together.
So then, do we? If they were to be inducted, let's say, do we induct it in as a 4 omnibus run collection?
I would think you'd have to, because it does tell a whole story.
And is that allowed? Like, do we want to open up that gate?
Well, we're making the
rules. Going to be like, all right, well then, all the Preacher, or all of X-Men.
All of X-Men. Whoa, hold it. Let's say no to that unless it's the Phoenix omnibus, as Doc Elevator says. Yeah, Phoenix omnibus.
I'll be back in 1 second.
All right.
You got feed your police dogs?
And well, see, that's another idea too. Do we induct ones? Is part of our category or our qualifications that it's a meaningful story or a meaningful omnibus, like Frank Miller's Daredevil, Dark Phoenix?
I would say definitely. Yeah, that's a historic one, that Frank Miller Daredevil. Do you have to have the companion with that? I guess not. I can't remember now the companions stories, but I felt like reading them together was the best way to do it.
For Frank Miller?
Yeah.
That was I got it right here, but that was like the oh shit, what's the name of the title?
I haven't read Born Again.
Born Again. Sorry, yeah, that's the one where Kingpin destroys his life. It's that.
That's in the companion, right?
I think it's in the companion because that was later on. That was like in Daredevil, like 250s or something like that.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
NFL dude's got a couple. Oz, Elektra by Miller and Sienkiewicz. Gotham Central. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That checks off all the boxes for me so far. I think Stray Bullets, Uber Allies, and Uncanny X-Force.
Is Stray Bullets an omnibus? I guess it's a complete story, so it would be, even though
it's a big old like companion. Yeah. It's like a companion.
I agree with Bigfoot here. Planetary for me is definitely Bigfoot is not real.
See, you know, I might Uncanny X-Force. The art later on gets really, really muddy when Greg Ticcioni, for some reason, was just dashing it out or whatever.
That's the common.
The art on that really hurts my idea of it being inducted.
Uncanny X-Force?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that Deathlock Nation stuff is really weak. It's not good. The art.
I can't. I think Jake's here. I can't get.
Let me pop him in.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello.
Teen Omni Dog. You've grown up a little.
I was going to puberty now.
Bit. Yeah, like my voice is getting a little deeper. I have hair in places.
Hey.
I mint my beard.
I'm starting to find girls really cute. Yeah.
No, they're still gross.
Okay.
So is he in the trans? Is he joined the Teen Titans? When does he become Nightwing, Jess?
Yeah. Well, no. Do I got to go to Young Justice and then Nightwing?
When do you bestow him the mantle of his own name?
That's a good question. I have to kick him out of the house.
See,
so I've done that already.
But I'm not Dick Grayson. I'm Jason Todd because Jess always sends me a picture of a crowbar whenever he disagrees with me.
As a matter of fact, speaking of Jason Todd, I just did a review that's going to go up tomorrow of the Under the Red Hood Deluxe.
Ooh, that was a good one.
God, how good that book was, especially with Lost Days put in it.
Yeah, man.
That is such a good book.
I watched the Under the Red Hood movie before I knew before I read comics, before I knew like Jason Todd was. So that movie was a surprise to me. I thought it was so good.
I remember reading that in singles, and it was a surprise to me too.
It was on my pull list. I remember reading it month after month.
Yeah, that Under the Red Hood movie, the animated one, is up there, I think, with Return of the Joker. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's very, very good.
Like they're both like number 2. It's like Mask of the Phantasm, and then number 2 is Return of the Joker and Under the Red Hood.
You know, I love Return of the Joker more than Mask of the Phantasm.
See, that's okay.
I really love Return of the Joker.
I haven't seen it, but I have seen Mask of the Phantasm.
So I have an older version. I have the same deluxe as Jess, but I have this old version.
And
that's a deluxe.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a standard size hardcover, but it comes with the DVDs.
Oh, cool!
I remember I saw some of those at Best Buy. I think where they came with the comic, and I thought that was cool.
I think I got this like at Walmart like forever ago or something. But yeah. And Jess, this is the one that has the Jonah Hex.
Oh, I still haven't seen that. I think I feel like I own it though.
Probably.
I need Geo here to tell me what disc it's on.
Did you ever see the Spectre one, Jess? Did you ever get around to that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Spectre one.
Spectre and Jonah Hex are the two I haven't seen yet.
Oh man, you're in for it. Oh.
Was there a question one?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. The Jonah Hex and Spectre ones were one I was supposed to watch. And we'll get Geo on and he'll say, yeah, you watched it 3 years ago. I can almost predict that he's going to say that.
Yeah,
I
Gio's
just
an Inhuman encyclopedia for that stuff. I don't. He has all that stuff in his head. He watches it all.
I just watched the Batman, the Brave, and the Bold crossover with Scooby Doo and the Mystery Incorporated show, and it was so much better than it had any right to be. Like basically, like there's a detective club that the Mystery Incorporated get invited to, and Aquaman wants to be a part of it, but like they're like, dude, you're not a detective, so you can't be a part of it, and he's all sad.
Batman Brave and the Bold is so funny and great. I've seen a bunch of those episodes.
Diedrich Bader, man, he's great.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was better than the old Scooby-Doo Adam West Batman crossover that I saw when I was a kid, where it's like the whole video is the Joker and Penguin turning a bridge around 360 degrees so they can never get across. I thought that.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
So my wife loves Scooby-Doo and I love DC, in case you guys didn't know. So I've been trying to find ways where they intersect.
That's not
Got
bad.
it.
I mean, DC did a whole
Yeah, the
Scooby-Doo comic
post-apocalyptic
series,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it now?
Where's that Omni? Where's my Hanna-Barbera? I want Snaggletooth or Snagglepuss or wherever that was.
Oh,
The Jabber-
yeah.
yeah.
I've been meaning to do that video about all those books.
The Flintstone one was great. If you guys remember the Flintstone,
Oh, yeah.
that came out in deluxe. Like I love how that's such a critique on consumerism. Wait, is today the day we're not allowed to talk about comics? Or I don't remember. Is Wednesday?
We are.
Oh,
Blue
it's all
Beetle
good.
had the question. Okay, thank you, Freddie. Question is in Justice League Unlimited. Okay, I have that.
Have any of you guys seen the new Crisis on Infinite Earths, the 3-part, the first one yet? Because there was a joke that I laughed at harder than it wasn't even a joke. It was like a little like throwaway line, but the question says something. And since he's from the Charleston universe, like no one knows who he is. And Green Arrow goes, "Is that the Phantom Stranger? He's dressed like the Phantom Stranger." And I thought that was so funny because they are weirdly dressed similar.
Okay, I got one for the omnibus topic. Can it be included if the series is not done? If
Can I
the
hear
books
the
are not. So
Jake,
okay,
we're talking about what the rules are for a book to be inducted into the Omnibus Hall of Fame.
yes. So can you put in, let's say, Transmetropolitan only had one omnibus out and never got the second omnibus out? Could it be included in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, so it's not finished.
It's not finished.
No.
No, has to be done. The series has to be.
Yeah, I would think I agree with that.
Yeah, you have to
But
have a
like,
complete
where-
omnibus.
Where do you draw the line? Because it's like Detective Comics is still ongoing comics, but like, do you mean like its run is completed?
Right.
Like that
Yes.
creator? Okay, okay.
Like Superman's never going to be complete, right?
I
It
know.
can go on forever. But like, if you want to put in like All-Star Superman or whatever, then of course.
Mhm.
Or
Well-
the Triangle era of Superman when that comes out, whatever.
Do you have to put? Well, can only one book from the set be in the Hall of Fame? Because like I
No.
would put Green Lantern 1 and 2 in the Hall of Fame, but I'm not the biggest fan of Volume 3 of the Omnibus.
Ooh, but it's
What?
done. It is done.
Yeah, Green Lantern by
I
Jeff
get what
Johns
you're
is
saying.
done. There's 3 volumes of the Omnibus. I would put Volume 1 and Volume 2 in a Hall of Fame, but I didn't find Volume 3 that interesting.
I think you would have to put all 3 in as one series
Yeah. For example,
because it's finished.
Starman was supposed to get a 4th omnibus and never got it. And I found the first volume to be incredibly boring, so I would never add it to the Hall of Fame. I see it coming.
You saw it coming. Did you see my hand move or did you
Yes.
just know?
Yes, I felt a disturbance, like I'm about to get booted, aren't I?
There's a disturbance in the force.
So Jake, so far, kind of the idea we have so far, we're kind of kicking around is I read Superior Foes of Spider-Man Omnibus and I loved it. And like the experience with the Omnibus is great because there was no filler. It was a completed story, a completed Omnibus. There was no crossover issues that took it off path. Objectively, the art and the writing in it was fantastic as well. So that kind of brought that up. And that's the kind of stuff that we're kind of thinking about that would be part of a Hall of Fame is something that you can induct that's complete, meaningful,
I think that's
has
why
no dead ends, doesn't have like a bunch of filler comic in it, that
Here's
kind of stuff.
Here's
I
a
think
good
that's-
one
yeah.
because right away Chris says Hellblazer, Garth Ennis. Just the Garth Ennis Hellblazer. Does that count? It's a story that's told in one book, and it's got a beginning and end. It's his take on it. It's not the whole thing, obviously. It's
Right.
300 issues.
No, if it's a run like that, I think we would allow that.
I think so
Because you
too.
can't put in again. If it was like a Superman book, you can't put in every Superman omnibus, right? But if
I'm
you wanted
looking
to
at you,
be
Silver Age
like
Superman.
the Superman Omni, put that in, something like that. Yeah. As long as we're talking about what's in the guts, I would say what's in the guts between the boards.
Mhm.
What's there is what we go off of.
So, like, for me, I think that's why, like, my preferred way of reading has shifted from omnis to more absolutes or deluxe editions. Because, like, for instance, like, if I were to want to read some Grant Morrison Batman, I don't know if I want to read all of Grant Morrison Batman, but sometimes I'm in the mood for, like, Batman and Robin, Batman Returns, you know, or like, you know, like certain parts of a whole run I don't like, but certain things, like sometimes it works. Like Planetary is an amazing self-contained story as an absolute or an omnibus, and I think that works because it's just one contained story. It's not like there's not like mediocre parts in the middle of it. So
exactly,
you know, if it could be,
I agree.
So, and I think that's why absolutes are so good, is because it's just this, like, the most important part, you know.
And it doesn't have to be just omnibuses. How about we just make it like the collected edition Hall of Fame? So we can.
Oh my God! Then you're opening it up to everything. Let's just keep it. Let's do omnibus first, and then we can move on to absolute Hall of Fame.
Okay, but what about compendiums and then my trade paperbacks?
Oh my God.
Okay, why did I invite you again?
You said we were talking about comic book burnout.
I know. So I'm getting guest burnout.
Just looking at Kid Omni Dog like my father looked at me.
Hey, that's teen Omni Dog to you, mister.
Just looking at me like my father looked at me when I told him I'm not interested in sports. I like comics. There was just that face of disappointment.
I had that same experience.
You need to give Jess a crowbar gift for whenever I get out of line.
Yeah, we do need that. Although we do have, we have this courtesy of Jake.
I was sad. Wait. Can I send you the gif of you as Linda Carter Wonder Woman that we?
No, we're not showing that.
Oh, it's 360 degrees.
Huh?
It's like it spins around. I had to learn how to do 3D imaging.
Yeah, no one's interested in that one.
I am. I'm just saying.
Yeah, private chat me your number. I don't even know if I still have it. It's somewhere.
No, it's fine. I don't care. Let's see. Where are we here? Let's see.
I like
wait,
this.
Freddie had some. Were you serious about Empire, Freddie? Where is that?
I like this from Freddie Alonso, though. I just don't reread the sloppy parts like Deadly Regenesis and the Cosmic Saga Omnis. Still a great read at Han. Okay.
Still a great read at
Han.
I
Okay.
don't reread the saga of Deadly Regenesis and the Cosmic Saga Omnis. Still a great raid. Great. What now?
Maybe there's a part 2 coming up.
Kane, that was for you. Uncanny X-Force was my biggest whale until it finally got that first reprint. Oh, Kane has a good point. 40-something viewers, only 15 likes. Come on, let's like this. Give us your love. Give us your likes.
When you guys do a reread of something and you know you're going to skip, you're going to hit a wall through a certain part. You're like, I'm not really feeling this. Do you skip it or do you power through it? So would you skip Darkhawk if you did an Annihilation read-through and just go through the rest of it? Or would you power through it because your OCD is like, I have to get the full story again?
I honestly gave up and sold the set.
Yeah.
I
have no problem skipping boring stuff, dude.
Okay.
When I get burnt out, I just look at the pictures.
I don't even do that. Like, I'll just be like, all right, whatever. Like,
I've already read it once. I know I don't care for this part. I'm just gonna go skipping it to the parts I like.
I might just skim it to kind of like familiarize myself with what happens, but I'm not gonna sit there and just read all that crappy dialogue or captions.
Fair.
Let's see. I really disliked the Otherworld arc of Uncanny X-Force, but it's still an all-time banger for me. Otherworld, was that the one with the sloppy art? I can't remember now.
Yeah, that was the. Was that the one? No, that was the. Was that Lionel Francis Yu that did that one? Because that was the Captain Britain.
Oh gosh. I'm not remembering this. I need to reread it. I know I need to read Superior Foes of Spider-Man from a month ago. Lou and I were supposed to read it.
Yeah, now you get an example of my Hall of Fame idea.
Yeah. Kane says, it's very rare I do rereads. If I do, I will reread the whole book. Totally serious about Empire. I loved that event. The unfinished minis included were great too.
Freddie, don't make me boot you.
In Justice Discord, I posted a crowbar gif in the GIF channel. Okay, just a sec.
Nice. Well, Empire was that one that was like, they put that out even before the series was complete. They announced the Omnibus.
Still not as bad as Shadowland.
I have to reread Shadowland. I have to give it another chance.
Oh my god, Shadowland is horrible.
I remember liking it all the way up until the end. And it was just like Froggy going, Matt, please stop being a bad guy. And he's like, okay.
That's literally how it was resolved. Please stop being a bad. Okay. And that was the end of the issue. There wasn't anything else after that.
It was the same way Civil War ended.
What?
Captain America, stop being so mean to everybody. We're going to beat you up.
See, what's funny about that is that people get the death of...
No!
I can't make
dude,
it.
like the sound of that crowbar hitting his skull in that cartoon was
rough.
just, it's teeth
I like
shattering.
he's like left hand, right hand, front hand, back hand.
What's funny
That's
about
the voice of Bender too, which is even creepier.
is people get that death of Captain America wrapped up with the end of Civil War, and it actually takes place. Wasn't it a few months after kind of the main Civil War title ended?
No, because I just recently read the first Brubaker Captain America, and I think it takes place in the first. Like, there's bits about it in the first Omni. Captain America hasn't died yet, so
because he gets arrested at the end of Civil War,
right?
And he gets shot in the stomach, Jack Ruby style.
Yeah,
what he does
coming out of the courthouse.
Jack Ruby.
Yeah.
Wait. So does that Brubaker's Captain America? That whole thing would be Hall of Fame for me. But does the fact that Civil War bleeds into it a little bit take it out of contention?
No,
I like Civil War.
Huh?
I like Civil War.
No, I know, but I'm not talking about Civil War. Gabe and I were talking about how events can sometimes break up the flow, but I don't think
there's no Civil War in that omnibus. So I would count that in. Yeah, that doesn't disqualify it. And that's another thing too with some of these, like Silver Surfer or Superior Foes of Spider-Man, is even though it's taking place in a time where there is kind of like a big crazy event going on, like Superior Spider-Man, you could jump right into Superior Foes and be able to read it from beginning to end. Like there's no prerequisite to it. You don't have to know what's going on. They mention that there's like a weird thing with Spider-Man for like half a second, but it's not like, oh man, I don't get the context of any of this because there's something else I need to read.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I was reading the Captain America by Brubaker, the first omnibus, like I remember thinking like they had like what was like the one where Magneto or like Scarlet Witch takes over like House of X or something like that. Like there was like 2 issues that were like from that storyline, and I didn't have the context I needed. But like I kind of just skipped past those and figured I'd fill it in. What I like is like in the Grant Morrison Batman omnibus, there was like a missing thing. They had a fill-in page that explained what you were missing out on. Not having like the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul storyline. So like, I think that I wish they did that more often. Like, hey, there's this event. There's 1 page of commissioned art and writing that catches you up to speed.
Well, would you guys think that Grant Morrison Batman 3 set would count?
Well,
or is there something in there that throws it off, like bad art, or is there a dip in quality in it?
Do you guys? Am I the only one that doesn't like Batman Incorporated? I just feel like everything was so good up into it.
Fake fan.
Wait, you don't like Batman Incorporated?
No, I just wish Nightwing was Batman the entire time. I like the dichotomy of like a serious Robin and a jokey Batman, and I just liked having something different, But that was my favorite part.
Really cool.
That's fair. See, that take is fair.
And
thank you.
Batman
We're putting the crowbar away. We're sheathing the crowbar.
Batman and Robin by Tomasi and Gleason is great for that reason.
it reinvigorated Damien.
Yeah.
That run really made you care more about. That run really made you care about Damien, I think, more than Grant Morrison did.
And I loved Dick Grayson as Batman.
That's God.
Like that Scott Snyder
Black Mirror?
that book, if it was an omnibus, would be an Omnibus Hall of Fame, I think.
Yeah.
Would be
Well,
a
the
contender.
Absolute's in my Absolute of Fame. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love Black Mirror.
Yeah, Black Mirror.
They're getting a deluxe edition this pretty soon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would definitely put that in some kind of Hall of Fame. Like that to me fits all the categories. Art's great, story's great. It's one and done.
I remember being
There's
I
no
was surprised.
context you really need, you know.
I think
I
for
was
me
surprised-
one of the biggest missed bags is not have that Batman and Robin series with Grant Morrison just continue to go. Because it was so good. It's only 12 to 13 issues, and it could have really been longer. There was so much there that he could have done with that.
Okay, wait. Jake sent me the Wonder Woman gif.
Oh,
I wondered that
I spent so long on it. I had to learn new effects on.
Wait, I will. Let me get it in my photos. I'll do it that way.
So basically, what this was is, do you guys remember when I made the near mint condition Batman like?
Yeah.
The what?
Oh, my wife brought me food. Thank you, love.
Wait, how do I do?
Being married is dope.
It really is. It's fun. It's great, especially if you married the right person.
Okay, here we go.
Guys, it's gonna be worth the wait. Trust me.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
X Factor Omnibus had a page recapping Messiah Complex.
No, what? I like the recap
Did as
pages.
we're in the run.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, can you see this? Okay, here it is.
Don't you ruin Linda Carter for me.
Here
I
it
think
is.
I made it. I think it's an improvement.
That's pretty good.
I love it.
I know it doesn't look like a lot of work, but it actually kind of was.
Oh, I bet it was. I really do think
It was. I shaved my beard for that costume.
he put in the commitment.
That's
That was the
right.
result, of me being on the clock and being bored at my job and having too much time on my hands.
Hey, I have seen Linda Carter recently. She's still a very beautiful woman. She was on Parks and Rec a few years ago when she was Ron Swanson's wife towards the end of the series.
We just
Oh,
watched
she
that.
was?
We just rewatched the show. I didn't realize that was her.
That's Linda Carter, isn't it? Is that?
No, I don't think it
No,
is.
no.
Or am I thinking Lucy Lawless? Xena. Am I thinking her instead?
Siri.
Well,
Who
I don't
is
think it was
Ron
wait.
Swanson's wife in Parks and Rec.
I think you're both. I thought it was some random
Yeah,
actress that
me
was his
too.
ex-wife.
You're gonna get
wasn't
Tammy
Linda
Lynn,
Carter
17?
in the newest? She was in the most
Lucy
recent Wonder Woman.
Lawless. Whoop. Yeah, it was Lucy Lawless.
It was Lucy Lawless. Lucy Lawless still looks great. for
Dude,
her.
have you seen? Wait, anybody looking? Have you seen Spartacus, Lou?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I have. God bless Spartacus. That was a great show, but man, whew,
Yes.
man.
So I was texting.
Spartacus was. Hold on, sorry, Jake. Spartacus
No, go
was
for
that show where Lucy Lawless said, "Yeah, I'm going to show y'all I still got it," and whew,
Woo.
that was a good show though. That was a show that got better as it went along. It's crazy. That
I heard
first
a lot of
season-
good things about that show.
Yeah, it starts out good and gets really, really good.
Yeah.
Damn it! And now that theme song is stuck in my head. You are welcome.
Welcome.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, she was in Shield. I only saw one season of the Shield. I need to finish it because, of course, Ming Na.
You saw more than I did. I only got through one episode.
Oh, is that right?
I only made it through the pilot, and I was like, "Oh, this is not for me."
Oh, I liked the first season.
Is Shield different than Agents of Shield?
No, that's a yeah.
That's what it's talking about. Then there's The Shield, which is a great show.
Yeah. Super Sons. That's one I would throw in there.
Ooh,
But do you put which version of the Omnibus do you put in the?
yeah, really.
The expanded edition, right? The one with the newer issues.
The
I haven't
Super
read that
Duper
version yet, but I'm assuming that those new miniseries are just as awesome because, like I said, like even that book has like these random one shots for its Super Sons and Dynamite, but it was still awesome.
That Dynamite was really good.
Yeah, usually they throw that stuff in like, oh, this is garbage. Like, oh, what a waste, you know. But no, that was like one of my favorite issues.
I like Aquaman by Jeff Johns and Animal Man by Grant Morrison. If those haven't been covered, those are just like two standalone omnis that are super good. And even though Aquaman had some stuff that got tied into the Justice League run, I think it worked really well by itself as one book. Like I binged that like in a whole day.
Which book?
Aquaman by Jeff Johns.
Oh, William Lee is talking about Why the Last Man omnibus. That is complete and it's great. I love.
I heard.
Have it in omnibus. I have it in.
I have the absolutes. I heard it doesn't stick the landing though. I heard the ending is like pretty like mediocre. That's what I've heard from a lot of people.
Why the Last Man?
Yeah, I heard the ending's not that good.
No,
like the story's amazing.
No, the ending is fantastic.
Yeah, I agree with Lou. I loved it.
That has one of the best first and last issues I've ever read in a comic.
I've never read the last issues.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised by that. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I need to read it. I need to start. I got the absolutes, so I should.
It gets you in the feels, man. The last issue really hits home.
Well, William Lee says, Jake, you heard wrong.
That's actually the first time I've heard somebody say that. Everybody that I've heard read it loved the ending.
I think I've heard that new readers of it, we read it back when it was coming out, and that people who are reading it now feel like it's a little dated, and maybe hasn't
aged.
Hasn't aged well. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it a lot.
Well, when they tried to modernize it, it only got half a season before they canceled it. So.
Oh, dude, don't bring that up, man. Don't harsh my vibe, bro. Because that pilot.
Gabe and I were so hyped after the pilot. We're like, they fucking did it. They nailed it. It's a great pilot. They nailed it, and then it just went.
And then they just shifted the whole story to his mom.
Oh my god!
And the whole like political side of things, or I want to see York travel with the agent, looking for a cure, running into situations. I don't want all this nonsense with this mom. I get the actress Annette Bening is like a big name actress, and that's probably how they got her, but that ruined it.
That show went downhill quicker than Warrant did after Cherry Pie came out. Okay,
I don't know what any of those words mean.
I know.
That's how fast that show went downhill.
Is cherry pie is that like a thing you order at a restaurant? Like
I think Jess is the only one that'll get that reference right now. And if Gio was here, he'd be laughing as well.
That was an awesome pull because I remember that video and I was like, "Wow, what are these guys doing?"
Was that Tawny Katane? No, I'm thinking, was it?
That she was in Whitesnake videos because she was dating David the whatever his name is.
Yeah.
David somebody. Coverdale. David Coverdale. Yeah, Warrant. Man, what a hair metal pull that was. That was awesome. I should write that down.
Man.
Can I pick something that hasn't been an omnibus, but I'm sure we'll get one day?
Go for it.
That I just finished reading. No, this is my cat Grayson, because my wife wouldn't let us name him Dick. So Grayson was as close as I got. I just finished reading Tom Strong, and I thought that was just like, oh my! I feel like it was so nice to read a book where Alan Moore wasn't writing about how superheroes suck. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, what if they have a happy marriage, and what if it's like just, and even the parts that weren't written by him, the Jeff Johns was whatever. I felt like he wrote him as Superman and not Doc Savage. But the Brubaker stuff by Tom Strong was really good.
So tell us about how you got to the place where you are now, and that is comics burnout. Lou, you'll be interested in how he got here.
Okay.
So I have been on it I've been super engrossed into Omnis and comic book YouTube and comic book internet for like 2 years now or 3 years now. And I go to hobbies hard. I hyperfixate on hobbies to where, like, if I'm not reading a book, I'm researching book news or I'm editing a video for a book. And I'm like, I'm consistently, like, it was my life, you know, and it was good. It helped keep me sober, which is great because it was a distraction, you know what I mean? And like the dopamine you get buying a book and doing a haul is just like so intoxicating, and there's no hangover until you see your bank account. You know what I mean?
You get the hangover when the statement comes in.
Yeah, or when your wife's like, another package.
Yep.
And you're like, actually 2 packages.
Yeah.
So I've been hitting it pretty hard, and you know, I'm having a good time. Like I'm loving it. But I decided to do a series of creators because my YouTube channel, I found my bread and butter is listicles, because like humans love lists, and it's easier to talk about 10 books in one video than it is to talk about one book for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Because like you give little snippets of the video of the book and then you cut to the next one. So I decided to start doing creator specific top 10 lists. And I have my Tom King book written. I haven't done the video yet, but I was like, okay, so now I'll do Brubaker. I did that. I have that written. I haven't done the video yet. And then I go, let me do Alan Moore. And oh my God, I finished like 16 Ed Brubaker books in the time it takes me to finish one Alan Moore book. And they're dense and they're layered.
Good.
And I shouldn't have read 10 Alan Moore books in a row.
You
and
hit
then,
the Alan
oh, no way, dude. No.
You hit the Allen wall is what happens.
Yeah.
Burned out.
Like I was like making progress. I was like, okay, these are good. The ABC, I loved all the ABC stuff. That was fantastic. And then I hit like From Hell, which is like so hard. And I made the mistake of reading that book, trying to read it on a plane ride next to strangers. Every page I'm flipping through is like,
how can you put yourself in a worse situation than being stuck on an airplane with From Hell?
I didn't know.
That must have felt like a 20-hour plane trip.
And it was the master edition, so everything was in color, so you could clearly see those prostitutes getting murdered. And I kept flipping. So I was reading that, and I read Promethea on the plane. And Promethea didn't seem that bad until they go into like heaven, and they're like, "This is the sex heaven," and it's like I couldn't. Yeah, Promethea 2. They go through the different states of heaven, and it got erotic. It got very erotic. So I picked the wrong books to read on it.
Hold up, you read this on a plane?
I started reading Promethea, volume 2.
All right.
And on a plane, and it got super sexual. So then I go, let me switch to another book. Let me do From Hell, and that was not a book I could read on a plane either.
Okay, yeah, you're probably on an FBI watch list right now.
Yes, I think I'm not allowed to live near a school anymore.
I'm letting you know right now. Okay,
now you can't hand out candy during Halloween.
If you try to get on a plane and they sit you next to a guy with a badge, that's probably what happened.
The air marshal took my book.
Right, well, here you go. Next time you get on an airplane and you want some Alan Moore that's appropriate for an airplane ride, go get Lost Girls.
I knew you were going to say
that. That sounds worse. Wait, should I?
No, it's all about Disney princesses.
I love Disney. My wife worked there 5 years. She collects Disney backpacks.
And it's about Cinderella, and it's about Sleeping Beauty.
Don't do this, man.
I like top 10 though. That was probably like the top 10 was one of my like most surprising ones. That was so good. And then there was then there were spin-off ones that I didn't like as much, but the original top 10 I loved.
Okay, man. So yeah, you hit a wall. It happens. You read way too much at once, especially of Alan Moore. You could probably go read some Dostoevsky right now, or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah, you gotta go read something stupid.
Go back. You know what I did? I bought a bike, and now I'm going on bike rides.
That's awesome. That's
great. I think here's what it really was. I went on a trip for work, and I realized I haven't traveled anywhere in 3 years. All I've done is buy comic books and read comic books, and I just want to make my world a little bit bigger. You know,
smaller. I'm all in favor of never leaving the house and reading comics.
That's awesome, though, man. I mean, with your penchant to kind of, go down the rabbit hole, pretty soon you're going to be wearing those biking suits, and you're going to have the helmet on and everything like that. You're going to be in the middle of traffic, pissing people off.
I bought a
trying to
bike,
make it work.
and one day later, every one of my targeted ads on social media is some bike accessory I didn't know I needed now. And I'm like, leave me alone.
That is so true. I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
There's
like
no
that.
privacy
It's
anymore.
like, I wish it was like 50% of my targeted ads, because at this point I'm getting burnt out on the bike now, because it's like, oh, you need a carrying case, because how else are you going to get coffee at the coffee shop on your bike? I was like, I didn't even know I could go to the coffee shop to get coffee on my bike.
You're Cycle Cleveland Jr. now.
Oh, I'm changing my name to Kid
Teen
Cycle
Cycle.
Cleveland.
Teen Cycle Cleveland.
Kid Cycle.
Kids. I like Kid Cycle.
No, tricycle.
Gabe, I have to show you something that I got because I said I was going to get it in the chat.
Oh, I saw you wearing that earlier. That's awesome.
Mr. and Mrs. Pitalik.
Why does that kind of look like Jess?
That doesn't look like me. I don't have a derby.
Okay, I'm buying Jess a derby.
Oh my God. I think actually,
Hi, Jake.
I think Jess could pull off a derby if you really wanted to. I think
A
you can pull it off.
derby.
I think you can pull it off. You can bring it back.
No,
A derby.
let's get just a beret.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what. I've been seeing a lot of pictures of Frank Sinatra with that hat.
Uh-huh.
Man, that is styling. He was styling.
Are you gonna be the fedora guy of our group then, huh?
Yeah. That
There's always
I
that
would
one
try.
guy in the group with the fedora.
Do you?
Yes, my lady.
Did you see DiCaprio is supposed to play Sinatra?
I've been seeing that Scorsese wants to make that movie.
Yeah. What do you think? Does he got it in him? I mean, I don't look at Sinatra and think DiCaprio though.
I've heard that his kids, Tina and Nancy, are completely against it, and I think they have the rights. So I don't know. I know, and then Ava Gardner is supposed to be played by Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm not mad about that.
I've kind of grown out of Jennifer Lawrence. I thought she was great at first, but then I hated Jennifer Lawrence wall.
Jennifer
What was the
Lawrence
last movie she did? What was it called? No Hard Feelings?
The one where
That movie made me uncomfortable.
I just like the fight scene on the beach.
Was he 18 in that movie?
Who?
He was 18, right? The kid in that movie in No Hard Feelings, where like the Matthew Broderick pays her to have sex with his teenage kid.
Yeah, I feel like
weird.
we're going in a direction we should shift out of.
Yeah,
like pick a different Jennifer Lawrence movie, like Silver Linings Playbook or something.
Oh, I love that movie.
That's great.
I do too.
I
already showed that.
So back on the subject. So burnout. Yeah, we've all been burned out at one point. You just got to vary it up. You got to change things around, and you'll come back to it and you'll love it again. Just too much.
Enjoy your biking for now. Enjoy your biking. Good comics are always going to be good comics. You can always come back. They're always going to be there for you. There's always going to be more.
Yeah.
I think what's hard is that like I get super into a hobby for like a year, and then when I get out of it, I want to purge from the hobby. And I'm like, I told my wife, I was like, don't let me sell any of my books because I know I'm going to swing back around to loving them again soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, I just took a 2-week break myself, mostly because I wasn't feeling well, I couldn't I just felt awful, and I felt better today and made a couple videos, but yeah, I just took a break. It's Kane's right. Burnout is very real.
Yeah, it is.
I think there's also an added layer of when you're doing the YouTube on top of it, because like you're shuffling like the reading that you're doing for yourself versus like I have to read to produce content.
Right.
And then that puts an added layer of work on it. You know what I mean? Like,
and then you're worried about the content. What am I going to talk about? How's this going to work? Oh, I'm reading this. Like, I don't really like this, but let me finish reading it so I can have an idea on it if I do a video on it.
I mean, that's one of 3 reasons why I stopped doing the YouTube thing. Is it stopped being fun, and it felt like I was doing work, and I didn't mind doing it as long as people were interested in it. But after a while, I'm like, I'm clearly not getting the amount of views that I'm supposed to be getting for the amount of work that I'm putting out there, and I've been doing this for a while, so I'm like, I'm just not going to do it anymore.
Aren't you in like a Disney documentary now? So it's like you've been in the big leagues, man. You can't
That's
go back
right.
to YouTube videos. Like
5 seconds.
yeah, but that was a
5 more
good 5
seconds
seconds.
than us.
Yeah, man, you got that Disney money now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, clearly, I have Disney money right now.
Well, it's also one of those things like where take a break. If you really love it, you'll go back to it, and if you don't go back to it, then you don't go back to it, and you move on.
I also think that like my goal was to collect every absolute, and there's only 2 that I'm missing now. Transmetropolitan 3, which there's not a single copy on sale online right now, except for one guy who's selling all 3 volumes on the absolutes for $1,000 on eBay.
Hey,
And-
I need the money.
Is that good?
I knew it was you, bro.
I already sold my absolute 3 back when it was $500. So
Ooh,
And-
Gabe cashed out at the right time.
The only other one I don't have is Arkham Asylum, which is getting reprinted this year. So I'm
Okay.
like, I made my goal collecting absolutes, and I've hit like a wall of that now where I have no choice but to be patient.
This is actually a good point that NFL Dude brings up. Comic Reddit, I think, factors into your burnout.
Oh my god! Did you see the hate I got today? So I posted. I was trying.
You put that in to bait them and get.
You want to pull
hate.
the picture?
That was
So
hate
basically,
bait.
I posted my thumb. I made so I made my thumbnail for my top 10 Alan Moore video that I'm editing, and I made a video. I made a version where instead of me holding Watchmen on the cover, I'm holding Doomsday Clock, and I'm flipping off the camera. Here, I'll pull up the picture. I think it's fucking amazing. And I posted it on Reddit, and someone commented and said, I will never click on your videos just because I don't like your appearance.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
That was hate bait.
Yeah. But like basically what happened was I posted a large haul, and then for like 3 weeks, all
When
I
you
got
say
was
large haul, this was like I'm saying this. This was a crazy large haul.
Oh,
It was
2016, Jess?
Oh, plus 2017, Jess. It was
Wow.
insane.
it was
they were-
2016 just if he was single.
But a large portion of the books I did get for free because I was like at the time I was doing TikTok full time for OPB, so they were taking care of me. But like, and also what I started doing is like JP has this large warehouse of damaged books, and he'd say, "Here, give me like a X amount of money, and I'll fill up a box with as many Omnis as I can." And like, so I got like a good deal. But
That's awesome.
this was the thumbnail. Yeah.
It was enormous.
I'll show the picture. But this was the thumbnail that people didn't like.
Yeah. Bar got me into that because my name got dragged into it, and Bar hit me up on Discord and said, what's going on here? And why are you being dragged into this? And I said, what? And I went in there and I read the whole thing, and it was Gabe can this is your thumbnail.
I love it. Beautiful.
My Doomsday Clock is better.
I love it, brother. Fantastic.
So that was just because like basically after I posted this massive haul, which was a ridiculous haul, but basically, yeah, it was like
This is true. Bar and Jake I joined Reddit just to clear up my name because somebody called me old. I said,
I remember
older.
he's a Silver Age Silver Fox. He's
Yeah,
a distinguished reader, a 90s comic survivor.
Seasoned.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
All I know is that I tried reading some 90s comics, so I read Death and Return of Superman this year, and I love.
Ooh.
Before he even gets to it. Before he even gets to it. Not even gonna let it happen.
There will be no Death and Return of Superman slander in this.
There'll be no 90s comic book slander while I'm here.
Death of Teen Omni Dog. And the return. Yeah.
I'm gonna change my name. I have an idea.
It was a huge. Wait, can Jake send me the picture of your haul so I can show them. Because the whole thing just exploded and went down this really.
I feel like you deliberately pick fights with these nerds online, don't you? With these people that just.
Well, now I do because it really made me sad for a few days. And
Okay.
then I was
I
like,
can
then
see
I realized
why.
it didn't matter. But basically, after I posted this haul, for
Dude.
like 3 weeks, every day, someone would post a photo of like the world's largest library with the same caption as me. And
Yeah,
then
they were
and then my
hammering him
videos-
pretty hard.
my videos started getting deleted off the Reddit. So I finally asked, because they were getting deleted with no explanation as to why. So I asked, I said, hey, like, have I upset a mod or something? My videos are getting deleted. And they go, well, you're not allowed to show a haul video if you don't show clearly every book in the haul, because that's clickbait. And I said, okay, that makes
What?
sense. That's fair, I guess. But can you explain it? And he goes, yeah, that was my bad. And then people started posting like, why does he think the mods have a problem with him? And I was like, they admitted that they should have told me why my videos were getting deleted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty severe. It went south quickly. I mean, I got dragged into it, and I wasn't even a member of Reddit. I didn't even know what Reddit was.
You were
I'm
just
gonna quote
standing-
Joe Rogan and say, "Don't read the comments. Just stop."
Yeah, just
I got
stop.
hit by Reddit shrapnel.
One of the best. Look, even when I had my YouTube channel, one of the best things I did was I just stopped reading comments on a lot of the videos that I posted up there, because a lot of times it's you get 30 good ones, and then you get one jerk off that really just doesn't have anything else going on in their life, and they're like, actually,
I love that voice.
man, I could look right now in my email, because it's still active for that YouTube account that I have, and I still get people posting stupid stuff like, actually, you just didn't get the complexities of Batman Damned. It's actually Batman that's going through hell and the Savior Great. I'm like, I
The
don't
penis
care.
was a metaphor.
I don't care. I really don't care.
Okay, so I texted Jess the photo of the haul, and then a few days later, I posted the video with the thumbnail, and they said my thumbnail was garbage clickbait because I didn't make it clear what books were in the haul. And I'm like, yeah. So
Okay, just a sec.
That was
Okay.
Omar. That was probably Omar.
Whoop! Wait a minute. Where'd the?
And then I felt like I got another layer of hate from some of the online community because I did a video with Jim, which maybe wasn't the right choice.
Wait,
and
okay,
it was-
stop.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
Ooh.
No problemo. Everything's cool. Let me see why this one didn't download.
Wait till you get death threats. Those are always fun.
Okay, I'll show this. This was his haul.
I've gotten those.
Present, share screen, window.
It's not that big.
Wait a
Maybe.
minute. Entire screen, window. What's happening here?
Jess, do you want me to show?
I just
Make
Why
sure you
is it-
open it in preview. Like it can't be the little hovering window when you click on the photo. You have to open it in preview.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm okay.
And that's
There
why I'm OmniDog Beyond.
All right.
Kid intern.
Okay, wait. Now what's happening? Oh, okay. There we go. There it is. That's his haul for March.
That's a good haul. A lot.
It was okay. To be fair, it was like February and March, but I captioned it March haul got a little crazy. And
Well,
yeah.
you're not going to, I certainly wouldn't give anybody grief for something
Dude,
like this because that's a bunch of good books.
The one person who was like, oh my God, you spent $1,000 on these absolutes. And I was like, nah, I got Blackest Night. I got all of these for at cover or below. And he was like, BS, that's not true. And I had to post a comment with the screenshot of my eBay purchase history.
Yeah, you got deep in the weeds on that one. Here's what bothers my OCD.
The identity
Top
crisis.
10 is in the wrong direction.
Oh, I just noticed that.
Oh, go fix
Someone
it
got
and
mad.
repost it.
Someone got mad that one of the Invincibles was pushed slightly further than the other one. But the books don't line up anyways because they're terribly designed.
There's a lot of good books in this, though, but
Like Identity Crisis? Or should I say a sealed copy of Absolute Identity Crisis I got for $20?
Identity Crisis is awesome.
For $20 sealed? That's not bad.
Was this all one box? Like 2-3 boxes? Or
No, It was multiple boxes. A lot of the Brubaker ones were got at the comic book shop. So
Okay.
basically what happened was we went, all I needed was Criminal Deluxe #2, and we went to the comic book shop, and the
Okay.
person working was really friendly, and my wife was like, buy all the comics you want. And I was like, you don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, this is definitely 2016, Jess, if he was single.
If he was single, that's hilarious.
Yeah, this is what Earth 3, Jess, that lives in Petaluma, and he owns a Taco Bell, and he drinks White Russians on the weekends. This is what he delivers.
White Russians.
This is what that Jess
I
delivers.
forgot Sleeper should be in my Hall of Fame. Have you guys read Sleeper?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
that's good.
Fantastic.
Sleeper is really good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, here's a comment. Lou, why did you ruin a 20-year-old comment?
Because
Comic.
I'm a jerk. That's why.
Seriously, why did he read out loud the title of the book? I know, that's the best. Spoiler alert.
God, man. Critical thinking is a skill that is very much fading away from people in this country.
There's Derek Tyler. What up? I love comments. As someone that was an editor for a sports blog, people are pretty darn nice. I think I have a community. Oh yeah, probation pie alimony. I have a probation pie story, but not an alimony. Wait. Oh, I did.
Is this something we don't know, Jess?
I did title one of my videos "Alimony." Oh, that's right.
I need to do another haul video where my wife criticizes my haul. I feel like that was one of my best videos.
That could work. That could work right there.
We have, because I had my girlfriend. My girlfriend opens my haul, and that one did good. But now I need to do the updated wife one.
That's not bad. It's not a bad idea, man.
Another thing that's been sucking up my comic book time is Apple allows emulators on their phone now. So I've just been playing so much video games on my phone now.
Oh my God. So many people have taken advantage of that now. The fact that Apple
can you play Centipede on your phone?
What's Centipede? Yes, you can play Centipede.
Sweet. I love that game.
But it's not the same without the rolling ball.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So my dad's favorite game was Missile Command. So for Christmas this year, we got him the Atari 50th anniversary arcade 1-up. And that has like Centipede, Missile Command, this one where you're a triangle and you use the ball to like not get hit by lights. I don't know what that one was.
I remember that.
Dude, those games are hard. Like
they are.
Video games used to be hard.
I asked my dad, I was like, how do you save and how do you fast travel? And he was like, what?
No. You better bust out another quarter, son, because you're about to die.
Right. I stood in line forever to make it never past screen 3 of Donkey Kong.
Look, man, these kids these days, they wouldn't survive back then. Okay?
Dude,
oh my gosh.
I used to go to arcades as a kid, and it'd be nothing but Street Fighter machines in there. It'd be just a Street Fighter arcade that we would go to.
Yeah.
They would have a little bit more other things, but it'd be like 80% Street Fighter, and it'd be Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
And they were designed to eat your coins.
Oh, yeah.
Those machines would just destroy you.
Then what was that one that had the sort of like the live action cartoon in it that was 50 cents?
Dragons.
Oh yeah.
No. You're thinking Dragon's Lair, but
yeah,
Dragon's Lair. I pumped in so much money and I died.
Yeah.
Probably within the first 20 seconds every time.
Because you got to move the joystick to the exact right spot that's glowing. Same with Space Ace.
Missile Command, I got crushed in all the time.
Do you guys remember Tempest?
Oh yeah, that was a fun game.
That was the one that my dad was playing a lot of. Like, because Missile Command was his favorite, but Tempest uses the wheel also, and it's like a circle with a triangle. I don't know what I was doing, but I wasn't doing it well.
That's the story of arcade games.
They were showing it in X-Men '97, like that X-Men style arcade game. I used to pump a ton of quarters into the real X-Men game, like those 4-player games, like X-Men, Transformers.
Would you need friends to play with you, or did the computer play the part with you?
The computer played a part, but it'd be pretty useless. Or did you play by yourself? I can't think right now.
I got to get back on X-Men 97. I only saw the first 2-3 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you haven't seen the 5th episode? Even I've seen that.
I haven't seen
I
the
made
rest of
it.
the series.
I
man.
made it 10 minutes into the first episode, and then we switched to Parks and Rec.
I mean,
Oh, it's good.
it's
actually
good.
really good.
It's really good, Jake. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
very good.
5th episode is that's a Hall of Fame cartoon right there.
I need to
Can I
see
just-
the new
can
one
I
that
just
came
watch
out
the 5th
today.
episode?
Huh?
Can I just watch the 5th episode?
You can.
Is it standalone or does it build up from the other episodes?
No, it's all done in that episode, I think.
Okay. All right.
I mean, they mention other stuff, and everything kind of leads into each other, right? But it's not
One of the
not
one of the
heavy
things is-
context.
One of the things is they pack like 10 years worth of X-Men into
Yeah.
each episode.
Yeah.
And that 5th one just it has so many storylines in it.
I keep hearing I need to see the new one because people are dropping hints. I might have saw stuff that spoiled it for me already, so I need to watch it.
It seems like it's becoming that show where you got to watch it that morning or some jerk off online.
I think you're right. I had to watch all 5 that day that Freddie told me about it because I was afraid of it getting spoiled.
Okay, I'm gonna stay home tomorrow, work from home tomorrow, and just binge all of X-Men. That'll be my day.
Awesome.
And I'll take a bike ride after episode 3. That'll be my day.
Perfect. But don't read any comics. Don't read any Alan Moore comics.
No.
Don't read any Grant Morrison comics. Read Archie.
Yeah.
You know what? We just got an Archie book. We just bought the Mark Waid Fiona Staples Archie Deluxe because
So
my
good.
wife was like, "Can I get this Archie trade paperback?" And I'm like, "You've never mentioned you like Archie before." She's like, "Yeah, but it looks cool." And I saw the creative team was Fiona Staples and Mark Waid, and I was like, "We are not buying that. We're seeing if there's a deluxe edition and buying it." And there's a varsity edition.
Yeah, that's a great comic. Lance says X-Men 97 has gotten crazy good with episodes 5 through 7.
6 is really good. I saw 6 last week.
Oh man, my wife and I. You guys are talking shows. My wife and I started Baby Reindeer last night.
I heard that's good.
Oh my god!
Isn't it? It's
that show
based
is
on a true story,
crazy.
right?
Yes, it's
Like a stalker sends like 40,000 emails, which is like
Wait, what are we talking about?
There's a show on Netflix called Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer?
yeah, it's based off a true story of a stalker of like, is it a
Right.
comedian?
Right. And it's wild, dude. I'm gonna finish up here in a few minutes because my wife and I we want to watch a few more episodes. They're short episodes. They're like 30 to 40 minutes long. But man, it's great stuff. It's so good.
I heard this show's really good too. Fallout.
Yeah.
We're halfway through, and the only reason we're not finishing it is I got Game Pass on my phone, so now I got a controller. So now I just watch. I play Fallout on my phone while I watch Parks and Rec and Schitt's Creek and stuff, and it works really well.
Fallout is way better than it deserves to be.
I didn't think I've seen.
Well, it's done by Jonathan Nolan, who did Westworld, which was fantastic.
I've seen 4
Christopher
episodes
Nolan's
of
brother.
Fallout. I love Fallout. It's
How many
so good.
episodes is it?
Is it 8?
I think it's
Yeah.
8. And everyone-
But the problem is the first episode is like an hour and 45 minutes long, and it like
Yeah.
burns you out. And then episodes 2 through 4 are like 40 minutes. But like, yeah, the first episode took us like 2 or 3 days to get through, but now we're chugging along.
It's good. No, Fallout is very good. Fallout is very gory. It's very
Oh, really?
but
But it's not like, but it's not like dark. You know
No.
what I mean? Like it's fun.
no. It's
Fun
very
gory?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun gory. It's very
It's body parts being blown off and stuff. like that.
yeah.
My
Walton
dad,
Goggins,
I suggested it to my dad, and he said it reminds him of like a Coen Brothers thing, but more intense.
I can
And
see
I was
that.
like, it kind of has that sense of humor a little bit.
Yeah, I could see that. Walton Goggins is cool. I mean, Walton Goggins is great in almost everything. He's fantastic in the show, though. He's so good in that show.
The Brotherhood of Steel actor is a little boring. I'm not like the main girl is interesting, and Walter Goggins is interesting.
So there's
the-
three storylines. Yeah, there's 3 storylines. There's the Walton Goggins ones. There's the girl that is coming out of the vault, and then there's this army guy story. And his story, I just want to fast forward it almost every time because I do not care about it.
It's so boring.
Yeah,
But like the girl storyline is so interesting, and
You know what else is great? InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions from 25% all the way up to 60 to 80% off in the red tag sale, damages, all kinds of crazy things. 2% off extra loyalty discount to loyal customers. Every month, we give away a free $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com. Last time, Samantha won, and she's already planned out what she's getting.
I've never
$50 or
won.
more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades. Yeah. .com.
Yeah.
Right on,
Nailed
man.
I came home to a mystery haul box that a friend of my channel has sent me. I only know one book inside, so I'm excited for it.
It's one book?
No, it's multiple books. I only know what one book in the box is.
Oh,
Dude, I remember
book.
those days when I'd be getting so many boxes in. I didn't even know what was what coming in.
The book that I know of that's in there is Absolute Ronin. So I'm excited for that.
Cool. Just I'm gonna get going for myself. Y'all can stay on a little bit.
All right.
I should probably eat because I haven't had lunch today.
Okay. Well, CNSS, I'm sorry, but I think we're wrapping up. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming to see us.
We wind it. We got a lot of crazy.
Thanks for having me as a guest again, guys. I'm happy to be a guest. Wednesdays work good for me, so whenever you guys want me, I'm down.
Dude,
and where can they find you, OmniTalk Beyond?
You guys can find me riding my bike and taking a short break away from my comics
in the middle of
watching Parks and Rec. Yeah,
you're the lane, right? The single.
Yeah. You can also find me on the Upscale Audio YouTube channel, which I just filmed a YouTube video. That's my works YouTube channel for hi-fi. You guys like hi-fi, that high, speakers and stuff. But yeah, I'm on the Brave and the Boys. So we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, and we have a top 10 Alan Moore books coming out soon. But it took a lot to get through the list.
That's awesome.
Comics Guide. Where can people find you if they want to find you? On Instagram?
Leave me alone.
Watching Baby Reindeer.
Alone. Okay, you sound like me.
No, the only thing I really have is my personal Instagram, and that's it's private. So
yeah, he won't even let me follow him.
Follow me.
I tried and he denied me.
Did I?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Do it now. Gabe, where can people find you on the internet?
Just here with you guys Mondays and Wednesdays. Me and Lou will be doing Patreon on Saturday.
Yep.
Maybe.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, is that the one where you guys get wild? Let me get wild with you guys one time.
Let's go.
That's right.
I'll take my shirt off for money. I'll take my shirt off for free.
You can find me on OmniDogs Vault on YouTube, OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram, and my Discord, where I need to go in there and talk about Cookies with Kane and other stuff. Comics, lots of comics action happens in there. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to Jake for joining. Thank you to Gabe and Lou for being here and the audience. Always good to see everybody. Appreciate you. Peace and love. Peace and love. We are extremely grateful for all our viewers. Peace and love.
If I could turn back time.
I'm going to wait till you finish.
And demonetized. Video taken down.
I can't